try to play.
Here at Brands Hatch in the living area with Glenn. We are in a field that I didn't even know Brands Hatch owned. But luckily we have some transport. We have a C90 and my little trailer. Forward in now. Right, first gear. In we go. Ready? Yeah. Second gear. This place is one big circus, isn't it though?
Yeah, it is.
Oi! Hello! Yeah, I don't want to come too hot into this corner.
Oh, that'll be right there.
I'm not like motocrossy, am I? I'm not very good at motocross. I crash every time I get given a motocross bike. I don't often even get a whole lap before I crash.
Yeah, zooming in at about 10-15 is about.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we had a speedo. We're doing 10 now, well that feels fast.
Yeah, I'm just watching for it jumping out.
I've also got an itchy eye. It's weird because I know you're not falling off the bike, but because you let go, I was like, oh no, he fell off the back. We're avoiding that massive pothole. Whoa, it's over there. Why is the back brake not on the lever where the clutch should be when it's got no clutch?
Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it?
But do they do one with the clutch and that's why?
They might do, yeah. They might do a multi-speed one. They said this is,
we nearly ran over Josh.
this is semi-automatic, isn't it? Yay. Remember the trailer sticking out? Yeah, we're clear. We didn't take the caravan out.
Sorry.
Just watch out because we have got more sticking out the right than we have on the left. Yeah, you're fine on the left.
Yeah,
Slow down,
I'm
brake.
slowing down. We're braking, we've just not got very good brakes.
It was Joe Francis.
Yeah, it was. Everyone turned around when you said slow down, everyone was like, oh no, we're gonna get run over. Evening. Which way? Oh, that way over there, isn't it?
Yeah, straight round that bloke, yeah, down there.
I nearly went down
just
there.
on the back brake all the way down it. Makes it more stable. I feel it makes it more stable.
But it does keep going straighter.
And just...
Some of these southerners are very tanned.
Yeah, they've all got loads of money. You can't off throttle and just let it coast because it's, I mean,
But I've got completely not got any throttle on at the moment. Back brake is quite diabolical, to be fair. Ashford.
Feels like you got the back brake still on there, doesn't it? Maybe it's sticking a bit.
Might do, or maybe I'm just not gassing it as hard as you did.
Oh, sorry.
Missed the change down a gear and knock us both out. Sorry, I'm watching my trailer.
I'd let go here and we were going around a bend a little bit, so.
Hello!
It's the good one, superstar.
You see him as good as well?
No.
They must have seen you on telly.
Yeah, he must have seen me on telly. Oh, I forgot about the trailer again. Oh, fucking hell.
Front brake's not very good, is it?
No, neither. I don't think either brake's good enough to have two people on it. Oh, which way am I going here? The gearbox in there somewhere. Hey guys. So this is a game changer for us. It is now raining, you can kind of see. So we've got full wet set up. Peter's just gone to drop Luke off with the trolley because we're out in 10-15 minutes. So yeah, it's a bit of a game changer because obviously it's been dry so far, qualifying free practice. I have never ridden this track in the wet. I've never ridden the short circuit of Brands in the wet, I don't think. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. We are, I think, 15th on the grid in Heat 2, so Heat 1's out right now. Yeah, it looks quite wet out there. Peter's fairly wet. But yeah, I'll see you all in a bit. Bye. Hello. Yeah, I think they do as well. We're just talking about awnings. So we've been out for the heat race. It was very, very wet. We didn't get straight through to the main race. We were 17th. Yeah, it was crazy out there. There was a lot of standing water. I was with a group of about 3 people, but then I had a bit of a moment on my way into McLean's. Just as I changed gear, it just went a bit rowdy, and I ran dead wide. I obviously managed to save it because I didn't crash, but I ran a bit wide, and then then a few people went past, and then they seemed to manage to get away a bit from then on. A few people pulled in the whole race. A couple of people crashed. But yeah, I was 17th in the end, so I wasn't last. But I'd have had to have been 13th to get in the main race straight away, and I couldn't even see that many people in front of me. But yeah, we stuck it out to the end of the race. Some people didn't stick it out, but we stuck it out to the end of the race because obviously you never know. You never know what's going to occur. But yeah, we've got some setup changes to make in the wet because I'm struggling with it a little bit in the wet. And yeah, it's had its bath. It's had its nighttime bath. Belly pan's still off at the minute. We're just checking the oil and then it's ready to go away in the truck. And then we're going to have to rebuild the carb on the ye old C90 because that's got a bit of water in it, so it's a bit unhappy going uphill. So yeah, that's the next job after T, which is not very long off now, which is good. We did have earlier today some protesters come in as well and turn the water off at the circuit, or ruin the pumps to turn the water off at the circuit. We're looking now at Surtees. We've left the C90 up there on the hill. Just having a nosy, just to give you a perspective of what the corner actually looks like when I tell you I'm struggling with it. So like, we're coming from straight down there. Obviously you can't see where we're coming from, but that's where we're going, and then it bends off to the left down the straight. So yeah, they're just a bit of perspective when I say I'm struggling with Surtees. This is what Surtees looks like. Because it doesn't look like this on the telly either, really. Well, this is the grid here at Brands Hatch. Just going in front of Luke. So I don't quite know where we'll be tomorrow, but if I just walk down, so we're quite a way up then, actually. Obviously there's a bit of a gap in the lines there. I take it we'll be starting from, them and not those two, but I don't know. Garage 19 and 20, so we're quite far back. It looks really flat from here is the weird thing, but it isn't. It slopes off towards the pit wall like that and forward. It slopes a lot, so like when you sat on the grid, it's a big thing that you have to take into account, and like you can kind of see where the straight goes at the top. Everything looks so much flatter on camera though. But yeah, and there's some meeting rooms that we've never seen before up there, but I don't know whether they're just not explored this far. And then this is race control, so race control's all in the glass, and then up there, sometimes, depending on what you're coming to watch, you can go and stand up there. So when we went truck racing, you could go and stand up there, and it would be basically like a stream of people just like, you know, like shuffling around to watch whoever they were watching. But yeah, so I didn't actually tell you how today had gone. So we have qualified, I think 32nd. I took a second out my lap time. We're down to a 140. Coops is doing 135, so we're still a little bit off his pace, but obviously I'm just using it as a gauge because that's kind of to be expected based off the rest of the year so far. But I am getting closer and closer on times, I suppose. But I think there's a few places where I could go faster tomorrow. Like, that's why we've just been to look at surtees. Because I think getting that right is a big part of the back bit of the circuit, because obviously there's a run down the straight, a very long straight, and then the end of the straight's uphill. So if you've already not got the drive off the straight, you've already not got the drive up the hill. So you basically just like, you ruin like most of the GP circuit, not getting the drive out of surtees. So I need to work on that, and we're trying to work on keeping the bike on the fat part of the tyre as much as I can as I'm trying to accelerate. Everybody else doesn't seem to be struggling with that. Yeah, gearing's good. We have now got, as you can see from the stickers, our new tyres in, ready for the race. So we've gone into the main race from the last chance qualifier. I finished 7th, obviously that's where I started. I did get up to a 4th or 3rd at one point, but then some spots started coming down on our visors, and the marshals were holding out the lack of adhesion flags. Got to 4th. Luke said I got to 4th, and they were holding out the lack of adhesion flag, and I just let it get in my head a bit much, and then I backed off because I was thinking, oh, I just need to finish to be in the main race. And then the group behind me caught me up a little bit, and a few of them got through in the early stages of the race, and then at the end, towards the end of the race, last couple of laps, another couple came through, but I managed to get them back. But yeah, I just let the brain get in my head a bit much. It's something we can learn from, definitely. Obviously, you never 100% know, but I think I should have been waiting for some kind of a sign from either the bike or somebody else falling off or something like that before I backed off because of the rain. But yeah, other than that, we're through. It's a good race. It does mean we start 33rd on the grid. There's 42 on the grid though, so we're not like loads to the back. But there's a couple of from the last chance qualifier, there's a couple of quite fast people that fell off yesterday that were ahead of me, that are in good grid positions in front of me. So I'm gonna try and hook on the back of one of them and go for that in the main race, through on the first lap, hopefully. But we'll see. And it's looking like it's going to be dry now, hence the new tyres. There was a few patchy bits out on the track, but most of it was offline. Most of it was kind of like, so from Dingledale up towards that left-hander, I can't remember its name, and Clearway, into Clearways. There was a few like wet patches there. And up on the brakes into Druids, which is the second corner, there's a bridge over there, and then the trees are quite well covered, so on the brakes up there it looked a little bit damp. But as well, it's a bit hard to tell damp from shade. But the rest of the corner was in sun, so that was alright. But yesterday, where all the superbikes have been laying the rubber out, coming out of Clearways, it was quite slippery in the wet, so I was very conscious of that today, and that's another thing that I let get in my head, because it was quite slippery there yesterday. I let that get a bit the best of me, really, when I shouldn't have done. But yeah, we live and we learn. We're up to fan merch again this afternoon and 151s to do some press stuff that they weren't doing. But yeah. Hey guys, if I would focus, me and Luke are just doing the last run with the moped. We've got the trailer behind us, we're going back up. But I thought I've not had time to tell you how the race went. So, I did get a little bit mugged off the start, but I managed to get pretty much all of those people back. I obviously started 33rd, and I'll check, but I think I finished 25th. I am kind of watching where we're going though, so so I won't fall off. But yeah, so we think I finished 25th, but I also got rider of the meeting, which was cool. So there's a little bit of prize money and a bottle of champagne that goes with that, and they take you up to the podium area and get a trophy. They take you up to the trophy area, and then they hand it you, and they hand you the take photos of you. And I go, oh, it's not this hat. Oh, I don't know what I've done with the hat now. Oh, we're stuck in a queue behind a wagon. But yeah, so the race went. Oh, he stopped fast.
Yeah. The trailer going to get round though.
Yeah, we're past.
Thank you.
So yeah, we are hopefully not in the blind spot of that wagon. No, we're not. We're all right. We're through. So yeah, the race went pretty well. I knocked another 2 seconds off my lap time. And I think I could have gone faster in certain places. I was in a group of people, and every time I kind of like got to the front of the group, somebody else would come back through from the back. So it was like an ever-moving group. But yeah, I think I could have gone a little bit faster if I'd managed to get myself a bit clear. But obviously it doesn't always work like that because, like I said, the group was kind of ever moving. So as I sort of like worked my way to the front, somebody would come back through a couple of bikes back. But yeah, I really enjoyed that race. And yeah, we're pretty much done now. Oh, look, an Adam. It's mine, but not a sporty one. So yeah, I will see you all in a bit. Bye guys. Okay, so this is my cabinet. Flashes, trophies. This is the hat I was talking about. There's a K-Tech hat. Obviously K-Tech are a sponsor of the class. We run full K-Tech suspension on the bikes. And then bottle of bubbly. There's price of place in this corner here. So basically the story behind why I've kept the bottle of bubbly instead of opening it was at Brands Hatch, my dad had just gone into hospital. So Mum and him stayed at home. Well, obviously he stayed at home, Mum stayed at home with him. That's why Mum's not with us in this vlog either. So she stayed at home with Dad. And my intention, sorry, I'm gonna get all choked up here. My intention was to, because Mum and Dad were watching the race on the live timing on the live stream, so they saw me win rider of the meeting. My intention was to take the bottle home and pop it open and celebrate with them when we could all sit together at tea time. Sorry, I'm getting all choked up. And then obviously Dad never came home. So I don't know whether I'll ever open it, whether it'll just sit there now. Maybe I'll open it on his birthday one year or something. Not really sure. But at the moment, obviously it upsets me, so I'd rather just it sit there and have that memory of talking to Mum and him. I think I have a photo somewhere, but I can't find it. Of us all stood in the collecting area and I'm on the phone. That's me talking to Mum and Dad. So yeah, that's just the story behind the bubbly, basically. That's why I didn't pop it open. Obviously the tradition is to pop it open and spray it, but yeah.
But you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy.